I want to get started because I want to get the kids in the pool. My promise to the kids here today is you're going to be swimming in the next 15 minutes, and I'm going to make sure our speakers move it right along to accomplish that goal. So jump right in here. I want to thank a few people and acknowledge a few people. We had a Fergus Falls Aquatics Committee that worked on this project for several years, and if they're here today, I want them to just raise their hands so we can acknowledge them real quick. I see a number of them here. I also want to thank JLG Architects. They were the lead architect on the project, and Adam Barnett with JLG Architects is right here taking pictures today, so thank you, Adam. Tradesman Construction was the contractor on the job. I don't know if anybody's here today from Tradesman. If they are, just shout. All of their subcontractors, look at the remarkable job they did. Let's just give them a round of applause for this great facility. A couple of other folks, Pam Muxfelt, our director of Park and Rec, has worked tirelessly over the last several months. She does a wonderful job. I don't know where anybody is. There's too many. Right here in the orange. Guy Taylor, our public works director, has been living up here for the last few days trying to get all the finishing touches, so thank you to him. I want to thank our engineering and building department. They've been out here every day working hard to make this a reality. And then real quickly, the current city council members that are here, we have Mark Layton there, Jim Fish right here in the green, Laurel Kildee in the pink, Laura Job right here. Scott Kwame is right there. And then Mayor Anthony Hicks is here as well. So give them a round of applause. And then a couple of former council members that were very vital in this effort, Caroline Gustafson and Justin Arneson standing right over here as well. A couple other things I want to mention real quick. Uncle Eddie's generously donated ice cream for the first 200 kids, which will be right over here. So thank you to Uncle Eddie's. We have Dang That's Good food truck who's serving loaded hot dogs and nachos today. And then as you can see behind you in the water, there's 150 beach balls. So make sure those of you that are here today take those home with you. Also, a couple more thank yous. Layton Media for broadcasting live with us today and providing the sound system. And then Mark Sickink with SCR Solutions, who contributed a large sum of money to make this a reality as well. And yep. And then last but not least, I want to thank our legislators. We have Senator Rasmussen here in attendance and Representative Jeff Backer. And then the voters of Fergus Falls in the 2022 election that approved this wonderful project to make it a reality. So thank you, everybody. All right, so to keep things moving along real quickly here, I want to introduce you to our staff at the Aquatic Center. Christian Reed is going to be our pool manager for the summer, and he is... Christian's over there working the vacuum machine all the way to the last minute. Christian, wave your arm. There you go. So he'll serve as our pool manager this summer. We have a number of lifeguards. Where are the lifeguards at? They're all getting ready for you to jump in the pool. I want to tell one real quick story, which I think is really touching today. This framed picture here today, you can't see it, but it's a card. And it says, "Dear Caroline, my name is Lauren. I'm a swimmer. I heard you're a swimmer too, and I think that we should have an outdoor public pool. P.S. Water slide would be cool too." And to wrap up that story, I'll just tell you this. That card was written back in 2018 by Lauren Thorson and was given to then City Council member Caroline Gustafson, who was a dedicated supporter of the pool project throughout her time on the City Council. Caroline kept this card even after retiring from the council and delivered it to the city prior to the grand opening today. And here's the real cool part of this story. Lauren Thorson, who wrote this card, is now a lifeguard at this facility, and she's here today. So full circle moment. With that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Mayor Hicks for some brief remarks, followed by Senator Jordan Rasmussen.
Thank you, Andrew, and welcome to all. In light of, obviously, the desire for people to jump in the pool. But what a great day to be here at the opening of this significant investment in Fergus Falls. This project was passed unanimously with 2/3 of the city residents approving the sales tax levy. It represents not just a physical investment of concrete slides and buildings, but one of supporting the youth in our community, current and future. Hopefully this, together with the splash pad and many other youth-based activities, becomes another reason that we can retain and attract Fergogians to return home and raise their families here. Our next community-supported project is the Dee Lagoon Park upgrades, which will be open later on this year, which will add yet another positive note for Fergus Falls. Appreciate you all coming out, and we'll keep it brief so that we can get to the jumping in the facility. And just as an FYI, the splash pad will be open this afternoon. So those of you that don't get into the pool because it's overcrowded, you can head to the splash pad. Tomorrow is not as nice a day as today. So with that, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayor. Next up, Senator Jordan Rasmussen.
Thank you. What a beautiful day in Fergus Falls, isn't it? So 89 years ago, back in 1936, the city of New York had what they called the Summer of Pools. They opened up 11 city pools across the city that summer. And you'd think, why would a city in the middle of the Great Depression put such an emphasis on opening up public pools? And the park commissioner at the time said the reason they were opening up pools was because it was going to improve health, it was going to improve the happiness, it was going to improve the efficiency of the city, and it was going to make kids' lives better. It was going to improve childhoods in the community and give an opportunity for families to come together and build community. And I think those reasons are the same reasons why this project is so important, why I'm so happy to be here with all of you today. One of the things that Mayor LaGuardia, who was the mayor of New York at the time, would say at these pool openings is that he would say, here is something you can be proud of. Here is something that you can be proud of, Fergus Falls. And I think especially in a time when it's hard to build new things, it's easy to say no to projects. I'm really proud of this community for saying yes to a project like this. And I'm really grateful for all the city leaders who worked tirelessly for years, all the community leaders, the grassroots support for this project that took an idea from that note card and turned it into this beautiful project here today. And so I just want to say to the people of Fergus Falls, to the surrounding community, here is something you can be proud of. Congratulations and enjoy the pool.
All right, we have one final speaker, but first we're going to do a quick ribbon cutting here. And then what we're going to do for the final speaker, we're going to have everybody migrate over to the lap pool, and that person will give the final remarks. I'll introduce them when we get over there, and then a little surprise at the end. So we'll do the ribbon cutting here real quick. All right, Mayor, do the honors.
You ready? Ready.
Let's count down from 5,
2,
5,
4,
3, 2, 1.
All right, we'll keep moving here so I can keep my promise to the kids that they're going to be in the water in the next 4 minutes. Our last speaker today is Bridget Leonard. Bridget is one of the key community members that made this a reality. She was at the table from the very beginning, dating back to 2016. And Bridget's going to say a few remarks, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. This is so exciting, you guys. I have 3 of the quickest things to say. Thank you, as Andrew said, to the city staff, to the council members, past and present, Mayor Ben and Mayor Hicks, for all their support of this project. And thank you to the OGs, I call us, who have been here from the very beginning. Angela Fiedler, Caroline Gustafson, Justin Arneson, and Jim Arvidsson were just instrumental in meeting after meeting, barrier after barrier, keeping this going. I have one request of everybody. This is the first pool that Fergus has had So I'm asking everybody to give so much grace and patience and kindness to our city staff and the lifeguards and the manager. They have done an incredible job getting this all set up for us. And the final thing I have to say is that way back about a decade ago, these guys said, Bridget, if this ever happens, you get to do the first cannonball into the pool. So I'm going to make them do it with me. We're going to go, and then if you got a cannonball in you kids, you cannonball in, okay? All right, here we go.